Hey everybody, I'm Greg.
And I'm Katie. Welcome to the Meeple Society. Today we are on episode 92. I don't even know what section of the S is, but it's the final section. I think I've lost count.
The final frontier.
Yes.
We're going on a 5-year mission. These are the
lands unknown.
voyages of Katie and Greg on their 5-year mission to what is that they say?
To explore unknown. What is that? Oh my gosh.
I don't know. But we're going to do it in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
And discover
Okay,
places where no man has gone before or something like that. I'm sorry, Trekkies.
Okay.
Anyway, shall we start?
Yes. Before we get started, though, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon if you want notification of future content.
Or you can click the link below and you can see where all of our social media.
Yep. They can actually do both, but okay. Anyway, let's get started.
Let's go to the galaxy far, far away. I'll
Start
get
there.
this out of the way first. Which side's right? This is the front side.
Yes.
This is the back side.
Yes. All right. Star Wars Electronic Galactic Battle. It is battleship in space. So, all right. Purposely left the batteries in on this. So, extra bag. Put that aside.
This has a very impatient bot.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so you have all these ships. And, okay, good. I got grab the good guys.
Wait a minute, am I on the right side?
I don't know. Are you? Okay.
What side am I on? Yes, I'm on the right side now.
All right.
Because the rebels have the TIE fighters and the Empire sees the X-Wings coming at them.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
You had
Although that looks
you
like
were on this side, huh?
Yes, never mind.
What? That's the X-Wings.
Yes.
And that's the Federation.
Okay.
Or Federation.
Rebel. That's the Empire.
Empire. That's
This is the Rebels.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so as I said, this is...
Ready, Rebel Commander. Ready, Imperial Commander. May the Force be with you. Select game.
This is essentially battleship in space. The computer handles everything once you set it up, which is really nice.
Select game.
In the back of the book...
Game 2. Select players. Players. 2. Commander. 1. Select fleet.
Okay, in the back of the book, there's all these different layouts. And I mean, there are a lot of them. And you tell the computer which layout you're using. I'm sorry. You tell the computer which layout you're using.
You didn't like that one.
What'd you do? Because it wants... Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to do. Anyway, so you tell the computer which one you're using. And then
Commander. Select fleet.
set... I don't remember what fleet is, because that's not the layout. I don't remember what the fleet is. I think you have to tell it...
Rebel. Rebel Commander.
There you go.
Select fleet location.
Now you tell it the location.
Rebel fleet ready. Imperial Commander.
You
Select
get 3,
fleet
4.
location. Imperial fleet ready. May the Force
Okay.
be with us. Rebel
So-
Commander. Select target. Fire.
You want me to turn this off yet?
So the way this works, each person chooses their layout secretly. You don't tell anybody else what
Rebel
you're using, of
Commander.
course.
Select
And then one
target.
by one,
Fire.
you just select a target and fire. You give it a grid coordinate and you fire. You didn't actually hit anything. Oh, the rebels had to fire first.
I missed.
Fire.
Okay. Oh, this actually belongs over here, doesn't it? So this would be, well, whatever. It's same difference. So that's a miss symbol. Now go over here and punch in
Fire.
610. That's a hit.
TIE fighter hit. Fire.
So in that case, you would mark them with the normal red and blue tokens like any other battleship game. Oh, I think in regular battleship is red and white, but
Fire.
same difference. So you're marking up here what's being hit and what's being missed until you find everything. I mean, that's essentially the whole game. You just go back and forth plugging
Fire.
in coordinates. Okay, he's very insistent. You can turn that off now. He's very insistent. And I
Yes, he
felt
is.
like he just kept getting louder. He was obnoxious.
Yes, he did.
I do like the minis. They give you
Yes.
way more minis than you're going to use. There's even an option in the game where you can bring more in. And I liked that. You could bring extra reinforcements in. But the minis in this are actually really neat. Here, if I can, I'll lay them down here and see if you can see them. But we are going to let this one go because, one, it's battery operated. Two,
It's annoying.
the AI is very annoying. Ah, that is the wrong bag. We're giving, they did not capture the X-Wing.
How do you know?
Anyway, I thought it was interesting. It was enjoyable once we got it programmed for about the first 15 minutes. But after he continued to yell at you because you were taking too long to decide where you wanted to fire, it just got annoying. So we are going to let this one go. Jeez.
Ready, Rebel Commander. Ready,
You
Imperial
hit the
Commander.
button.
Turn it around the other way. All right, that is Star Wars Electronic Galactic Battle, the electronic space combat game. I thought it was interesting. Neat addition to the battleship genre. But it's still going to leave the collection. All right. I think that's a first. You've given me a big game.
Now we'll go smaller.
Now we go smaller.
Oh, look, the cards are all over the place.
Oh, of course they are, because, yeah.
And the box is on upside down. No, it can't be on upside down
It
because
can't-
it's attached.
Uh-huh. It's attached. Okay. Each player has,
A really cool pawn.
these miniatures are gorgeous. The
They're
pawns.
pewter.
Yeah, they're pewter miniatures.
Darth Maul and
Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon.
Yep.
What'd you call him first?
I don't know.
Quoo something.
I did not.
Qui-Gon. It was like Qui-Gon or something like that.
Anyway, each player has their thing. And I put these in the wrong order, but I mean, not that you guys can tell what numbers they are. Anyway, you start on 1. You start on 1, you have five levels laid out. This is Darth Maul's. Qui-Gon would have the same thing on the other side. At the start of each round, you deal yourself 7 cards out of your deck. And you don't even deal back up, you deal yourself 7 cards. If
Yes.
you have leftover cards from the round before, it actually will benefit you in a later round. You're looking at all of your cards, and of course there are straight up attack cards. There are specialty cards that do this, like this one says to draw 1 card and play it immediately. Burst of energy, discard any number of cards from your hand, draw an equal number of new cards. So if you get stuck with a whole bunch of 1s, that will work nicely. So you're looking at all your cards and you're laying 3 of them out. Yeah. You're laying 3 out, your opponent's doing the same thing. And then one by one, Each one of these, well, each one of these is
A battle.
slated to be a battle. So like, maybe it's like this. Each one of these is a battle. One by one, each player flips over their cards. I have attack of 3. Obi-Wan here says, while in play, Obi-Wan doubles the attack value of all your cards in this battle. Except there's no cards in this battle yet.
But I could play cards to that.
But he
battle.
could, yes, you can play more cards. So at this point, you continue to go back and forth. Whoever's losing the battle can play more cards until he either gives up or gets beaten because he can't play anything else. So, okay, now we're tied. Now, well, technically, you actually have a 6. So now I would be losing. So I would play a 4 down. So now I have a 7, he has a 6. And we keep doing that. What does that one say? Qui-Gon's Fury. Cancels all Darth Maul's cards already played in this battle. Future cards played by Darth Maul are unaffected by Fury. Well, it means I have no cards. These get discarded. Well, I don't have enough to do anything else, so I would have to give up and let Qui-Gon win this battle. You do this with all 3 battles. Whoever wins the ultimate 2 of 3 gets to move up 1. And you play till 5. Simple as that. Mm-hmm. It really was not that engaging.
No.
I did not care for it. Maybe it's just because we don't care for head-to-head battle card games. I don't know. But I didn't think it was all that engaging. Mm-hmm. We are going to go ahead and let this one go. I don't know. It didn't capture my attention whatsoever, even despite the Star Wars theme. So that is Star Wars Episode 1, Clash of the Lightsabers card game, and it is going to leave the collection. All right.
Okay, next we have...
Uh-oh.
Star Trek 5-year mission.
Okay, we've played this one a couple of times. This is a cooperative Star Trek themed, obviously, dice placement game. Mm-hmm. That's essentially what it is. Okay.
And somehow we got an autograph.
Somehow we got an autographed copy. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't remember having it signed.
No. So here is the Enterprise. And the Enterprise, you can actually choose which version of the Enterprise you want to use.
Oh, yeah.
You want Next Generation, or do you want the original cast? Either one. You choose your version. There you go. And there is a disc in here that counts the health of the Enterprise, because, you know, if the Enterprise blows up, you kind of lose the game. You've got 7 character cards. Yeah, 7 character cards. Each one, again, is double-sided. You can play as Captain Kirk, or you can play as Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Or you can play as Lieutenant Commander Montgomery Scott, or you can play as Lieutenant Commander Geordi LaForge. And they're all that way. The Doc, Mr. Spock, was that Sulu, Uhura, Chekhov, and then flip side. Okay, each one of these is slightly asymmetric. Each one has a special ability that affects the dice that they roll. There are 3 attack decks, or 3 alert decks, I should say. Blue, yellow, and red. Blue is the most mild, but you're going to run out of them the fastest. Everybody gets 5 dice of varying colors. You start the game off with a very specific color set. After that, you can choose what you want from the dice pool, which is up here on the Enterprise, to make up your 5 dice. At the start of every turn, whoever's turn it is draws 1 alert card off of the deck. That's the starter card. Thank you. I was going to say, why is it double-sided? You start off with at least 1 card out. And the way these cards read is that you go in turn order in terms of rank. So whoever's playing the captain is going to go first every round. You are rolling your dice at the start of your turn. You are putting it onto your action, to your board. As you spend them, you're putting them onto the card. Mm-hmm. This particular card wants a 5 or higher of blue. If you happen to have a blue, your blue dice rolls a 5 or higher, then you can put it on this card, and this mission is considered complete. Eventually, you're going to have cards of blue, yellow, and red. You can only ever have 3 of each one. So even though you may want to pull all blue ones, because those are the easiest to do, you may not be able to, because there may already be 3 here you haven't been able to resolve. On the cards, there are ones that give you victory points. Anything with the emblem up in the corner, that's a victory point at the end of the game. The book actually outlines a number of different difficulty levels, and that tells you how many points you need in order to win the game. Each card also has certain dice that are required. There are various symbols on here that mean up, higher or lower than those dice. There are white dice that could be any color at all. There are some that are encircled in black, and that means you have to lay them down at the same time, so one person can't contribute to it. This is one of those games where if I had a yellow 3, but I couldn't get this other one done, I could leave my yellow 3 there, and the next player can hopefully play off of it. This is not allowed. I can do the yellow 1, but I can't do these 2 unless I can do them together. You're using the dice up, leaving them on the cards. The next round, if there's any dice in the dice pool, you can grab dice from the dice pool. As cards are finished, all the dice on them go to the dice pool. So hopefully by the time it comes around to you, there are dice back in the pool. And it does start with some dice in the pool. So it's not like it's a finite number. You're grabbing your dice to equal up to 5, any color you wish. You may discover you need a whole bunch of blues. So you're going to take all the blue dice you can get so you can try to resolve some of these cards. If you ever get to 9 cards and you cannot take any more, one of the cards at the top of the stack goes away and it becomes a failure. You can only take so many failures before you lose the game. There are cards in here that have a timer on them, in which case you're on a 3-minute sand timer to get that one completed as quickly as you can, because otherwise you lose it. You can't. And again, too many lost, you lose the game. There are also some in here that have the Federation symbol, the Prime Directive symbol on it. Those have to be done first. If this card comes out, this has to be completed before anything else is completed, or you lose it.
And they're usually pretty decent points.
This one's not. It's just you have to get it done. Yeah.
But it goes against you.
It goes against you if you don't, right? I really enjoyed the second play of it. I did not so much enjoy our very first play of it.
Well, that was before we realized it was a 3+ player game, and we played it 2 players.
Yes.
And got overran rather quickly.
Difference. Yes. We actually played it twice this last time.
Yeah, because we lost the first round.
Yep.
So he's like, let's play it again.
Let's try again. And we did. We enjoyed it. We played with Doug and Sarah, who both like cooperative games, so it was an easy sell. I think it's a good one. We're going to hold on to it. Star Trek 5-Year Mission.
Next, back to Star Wars.
Oh, look, it got put on right. Star Wars Battle Matching. This is exactly as it seems. This is a matching game. 8x8 grid of tiles, and you are 2x2 flipping them over to see if you can find a match. The difference with this one is the battle aspect. You can steal somebody else's matches. Yes. Once you've made a match, so I have now made a match of these symbols. So this is Empire symbol, or First Order symbols. I'm sorry, First Order symbols.
Yeah.
I can, if my opponent has, or any of my opponents, have any First Order cards, then I can challenge them to a duel. And what happens, or to a battle, I'm sorry. What happens is, it's not, I'm sorry, they don't have to have First Order. They have to have Rebellion.
Yeah, Rebellion tokens.
Yes. So you can't take First Order with First Order. You have to take Rebellion with First Order. So if my opponent has any Rebellion tokens, these both are 9s too, but notice each of these have a number up in the corner. So they're all worth varying points. So I challenge them to a duel, or to a battle. Each of us grabs our battle coin and we flip it. I am hoping to flip a First Order marker, because if I do, that gives me a +3 and I now have a 12. I'm hoping my opponent doesn't do the same thing, because his card's a 9 also, and that would also give him a 12. But whoever wins the battle takes the other person's set of tiles. end of the game, it's just a matter of how many tiles you have, just like a normal matching game. So this one, like I said, it's a typical matching game, but you have the ability to steal other people's matches.
Yeah.
We're going to let this one go too. I think it's a little young for what we want. Yes, the battle gives a little bit of a variant to it, but we have so many matching games that are geared more toward young children. We're just going to stick with those. So, but anyway, that is Star Wars Battle Matching, and it is going to leave the collection as well.
Next we have Star Wars Galactic Heroes game.
Okay, this was a neat setup. I will give it that. So this one came with these absolutely fantastic minis. Oh my goodness. So you've got your clone,
Oh, yeah, this was that game.
Oh my goodness. Come out of there. They just don't like to come out of the plastic. Out. There we go. The board is set up like such. And you are fighting in this area. Okay. There's your board. It's not a huge area. Each person goes to a corner. Oh, yeah. I guess it's any corner, isn't it?
Start battle droid.
Oh, and start clone trooper. I see that now. Okay. Each player has a little puzzle of their character. This is basically your damage. The first person to be beaten loses the game. First person to turn all of theirs over basically loses the game. There we go. There is the battle droid. This is essentially a roll and move game. You're going to roll the dice. You're going to move that many spaces one direction or another and do what it says on the space.
There's only two different spaces.
Yeah. Take a card or battle. You start off with 3 cards in your hand, and the only way to get more is to land on take a card space.
Which you did for like the first 10 turns.
Not 10, maybe 5. Anyhow, if you land on a battle location, then each player chooses 1 card from their hand, plays it face down, and then flips it over together. Whoever has the higher number wins. Simple as that. If you both have the same number, then you choose another card to play out. And you keep going till somebody loses or is out of cards. That's the whole game. Whoever loses flips over one of their pieces. The first person to flip over all 6 loses. Simple as that. The best part of the game is these minis. I mean, really. Serious toy factor on the minis.
I think I only damaged one part of you.
Yeah.
And
I kept drawing all my high cards.
Completely destroyed.
Something like that. So that is Star Wars Galactic Heroes game. And it is going to leave the collection as well. Just not, it wasn't nearly as engaging as I wanted it to be. So, especially, well, it's a kid's game, 5 and up. But still, yeah. Okay. There's a lot of kids' games in this one.
Star Wars trivia.
We have a lot of Star Wars trivia games.
Yes, we do.
The difference with this one, a couple differences actually.
It's like 2 games in one.
It is.
And it all depends on the dice roll.
Yes.
Which is a weird dice.
Yeah, you've got a die roll of Darth Vader and Yoda. And which one rolls, depending on whose turn it is to go first, that's the card you read. Everybody else in the game, it plays 4 players, I believe it is. Yeah, there's 4 discs here. You have these dry erase boards, 1 for each player that you're writing your answers on because more than 1 player can answer. If you answer correctly, you get to add a piece to your lightsaber. It's a little puzzle lightsaber. If you answer incorrectly, then you lose a piece off your lightsaber. It could be a very long game. So you just keep building it until you're done. There's probably, what, 10 pieces in there, something like that. So the questions. There are 2 different types of questions. There is straight up trivia. And these are, oh my gosh, I forgot how small this writing was. These are super hard to read. The answer's right on it. They're all multiple choice. But like this one says, what was Jedi Master? Okay, you may have to read this one because I can't see those. I can't see
Which
that
one?
close. any of
The
them.
top one?
Sure.
I don't know that. I don't even know that person, although we've seen Star Wars. But the one thing about this, it was all the movies and the books.
No, I don't think it was necessarily the books, but there were questions asked that unless you had read the books, you probably don't know.
Because I don't recall ever hearing of this person, though. But what was Jedi Master Agent Kolar's species?
I don't know who Agent Kolar is.
And I've seen all the Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Multiple times. I don't know who this person is.
Which means they probably either only mentioned that person once
Yeah.
or never mentioned them by name, which in the book they would have. So I felt like there was a lot of very obscure trivia in here, which I get for a trivia game. You're going to come across obscure trivia. There's just no way around it. On the plus side, it's multiple choice. You get 4 options. That's that one. We had a hard time with these because, I mean, the ones from the middle 3, easy peasy. But the first 3, 1 through 3 and 7 through 9, well, I don't think even, there were some 7 through 9 ones in here, were there?
Was there? I think it was just 1
No,
through
I think
3.
you're right. I think it was
And
just
then,
1 through 3 and 4 through 6.
Yeah.
You're right. So, no issues with 4 through 6.
Although Ben's on the side of the box, so
There has to be 7 through 9 in here then, yeah. Okay, so the other half of it, if you rolled Vader, you got a timeline challenge. Everybody had 5 of these cards in front of you, and you had to keep them down like so. You could not see the other side. There was an initial one out, so like the speeder bike chase is out, and we would flip that over, and the speeder bike chase is 6.7 in the entire timeline of the series.
Yep.
So if Darth Vader was rolled, then I would get to play Qui-Gon meets Jar Jar. Okay, I never really watched the first 3. I might have seen each one of them once.
But you know, it's
Didn't care
within
for
the first 3.
But I know it's within the first
3.
3, so it goes here. It's 1.1. Well, the next one, if maybe I roll Darth Vader, Greg gets to go, I warn you not to underestimate my powers. Well, I know that was in the last movie, so that was that was before the speeder bike races, though, because that was on Endor. 6.3, I would be right. And it just continues like this. This was fun. This was challenging. We have a ton of Star Wars trivia. Matter of fact, we still have one coming up in Trivial Pursuit. We have another one, I think we've already done one. Pictopia?
Something like that.
Something like that. That one was actually cool because it was all based on the pictures. I liked that one.
Yep.
We're going to let this one go because I feel like we don't need that much Star Wars trivia. And this was, out of the 3 we have, this is, I would think, would be the least likely to come off the shelf. So, anyway, that is Star Wars trivia game, and it too is going to leave the collection. All right.
Okay, next we have... Okay. Star Wars Clone Wars. I looked at it differently and I was like, wait.
Okay. I'm a little confused.
This is the Star Wars game in the Pandemic system.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the first time we ever played this, we lost. Mm-hmm. This last time, I almost felt like we were doing something wrong because we won
way too easily.
Really easily.
Yeah.
All right, so the board is, I'm not going to leave this all the way out, but the board is the entire, well, I don't know about the entire, but it depicts
I thought you weren't going to pull it all out.
a bunch. I said I wasn't going to leave it out. I didn't say I was going to pull it out. It depicts a lot of the planets from the Star Wars universe. Each person depicts one of the heroes from the Clone Wars characters. And you have, where'd it go? Oh, there you go. You have your sheet showing basically what your special power is. Again, asymmetric powers on this one as well. Just like in Pandemic, you are seeding the board with so many of the little battle droids. 3 on a couple planets, 2 on a couple planets, 1 on a couple planets. Each character starts on a specific world, and that is all random. That is drawn from a deck of cards right at the very beginning of the game. And on your turn, you can do 4 actions. You can move around. You can fight, all different things. The biggest difference with this one now is, though, when you fight, you roll a dice, and that's, one, how much damage you do, but how much damage you take as well.
On top of a card.
On top of cards. You can also use cards. You can have, as in Pandemic, a maximum of 7 cards in front of you that could add to your attack. It could add some defense that could block some of the damage that the die roll will do to you, or that the villains will do to you. There's 4 different villains, and you pick that out at the very beginning of the game, and it tells you exactly how to set them up and how they operate. As you're drawing cards, there's Planet Under Siege cards built in that when those... that's right. Each villain has a deck.
Yes.
And the Planet Under Siege, there's 1 Planet Under Siege card in their deck. And of course, when you pull that, you have to shuffle the whole deck back up again. You do the invasion step where you put more droids out, and then you shuffle everything back up and you put it back on top, just like in normal Pandemic. I mean, we're going to keep it. It's part of our Pandemic collection.
Yep.
I didn't enjoy it as much this time, though. I think, like I said, maybe we were doing something wrong. I don't know. It just felt
we'll have
too
to go back
easy.
to the rules and see if we did do something wrong.
I feel like we were definitely missing something.
And because they give you one to actually
start the game.
If no, they said one that if you've never played it before, you should use this.
Oh, yes.
And since it'd been a while, it was like going, you know what? No, let's do something else. So we did Dooku, which also gets General Grievous and whatever
the person
her name
you start
is.
with. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of her, but everybody else is the Aja Ventress.
Yeah, I'm not sure
think's
who
her
she
name.
is.
I'm not familiar with her. No. But she's the one they tell you to start to do the first game with.
Right.
And we did Dooku, who got to use Grievous and her.
Yeah.
And we were taking her out like it was nothing.
I feel like we were definitely doing something wrong, but I don't know what. So this one's going to require some more plays, I'm afraid, to figure out what we did wrong. But it is still a good game. I do remember enjoying it the first time, even though we lost it horribly. But we are going to hold on to it. Again, part of the collection. That is Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Interesting take on the Pandemic system, And but we're going to hold on to it. We need to play it again. So yeah, all right.
Next we have Outer Rim. This is the one that I can't fairly talk about because this is when everybody said was replacing Firefly. No, it does not.
Yeah. I did enjoy it more this time than last time. I don't know if maybe I just understood it better.
Probably.
I'm not sure. Ironically, when I went to go log the plays, we played the exact same 2 characters we played the first time we played it.
Oh, yeah?
Jen Erso and...
I played...
You played Han Solo. Yes, you played Han Solo. I played Jen Erso. And we played the exact same 2 last time, too.
And we passed them out.
I know. Well, that was funny. Anyway. All right, so this one, again, set in the Star Wars universe. It is a pick up and deliver, hunt for your bounty, try to fulfill missions in order to get glory points. Was it glory points? I think that's what they called them. So the board is built out of all of these puzzle pieces. And they give you a very specific layout. However, they do say in the book, if you want a challenge after you've played it a few times, mix them up. Who cares? The planets are just in a different orbit right now. Fame points. Okay. Everybody has their player board, and on their player board, you can track your affiliation or whether you're liked or not with various factions in the universe. So you've got with the Hutt Empire, with the Syndicate, with the Imperial Empire, and with the Rebels. So you can track your, what do they call it? It's not really affiliation. It's more of a...
Whether you're liked by them or not.
Basically, yeah.
If you showed your face, were you going to get in trouble? Or...
Right. You track your fame up here, and then you can also keep track of your bounties and jobs and your gear. And then everybody also starts out with a ship, and that ship will let you hold crew and some cargo. Everybody started with the same ship. And then throughout the game, you could upgrade your ships. And all of the ships were in a deck in the middle of the board. But you would find your ship and you could look at it and it'll tell you whether you get, actually this is one of the basics, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yep, 1 cargo, 1 modification, 1 crew member. That's it. But then you could upgrade to others that held cargo or a modification, and then lots of crew members, or extra cargo and modification and lots of crew members. Wow, that's a big ship. He was probably super expensive. So you also have a number of decks of cards out in the middle of the board, the middle of the ring. And I'll show some pictures of this because it's a unique setup for a board. But you've got a lot of different decks out, and each deck could potentially hold jobs or crew members or modifications or ships or any number of other things you might want to purchase. You're completing jobs in order to get the money. It's exactly like Firefly, just on a much more restrictive board.
Yes, it is.
Firefly is very, very open. This one had specific paths. Yes, they did
you had
intersect and cross over.
Yeah, you had 2 lanes you take. You either took the high lane or the lower lane.
Right, and they could cross over.
Yes,
you could change directions at planets, things like that. But you could also work on a planet. You could do a job on a planet, or interact with the planet, encounter. It was encounter the planet. And each card had 2 different sides. It covered 2 planets, which was nice. So at least it saved a little bit of space. About holding on to this one, I feel like I want to explore it some more. And I know it's a popular game.
It has 1 expansion.
Which we don't have.
No.
No, we've never sought expansions on this one. I like the concept of having to go out after your bounties and that, and the bounty is never the other player.
No.
But it could be their crew members.
Crew members.
Yes, it could be their crew members. Like I said, I enjoyed this play of it. Oh, more so than I did our last play of it. That's for sure. But in all honesty, I think I still prefer Firefly. Firefly's just a lot harder to get to the table because of how big
like
it
I said,
is.
Firefly, I feel, is a lot more open than this is.
Yes, this is not built. And I don't know if they build this as an open world game. It is not.
No.
I don't feel it is, because you're restricted to specific space lanes. Whereas in Firefly,
this one I think is
sky's
kind
the
of like
limit.
Firefly with training wheels. Because this one, even if you don't land on a planet,
you can
you
still
always
do
have
something.
something that's going on. In
Yeah.
Firefly, if you land out in the black where
nowhere?
there's no planet,
You can't do
you're
anything.
not doing anything except for losing a turn or something.
Yeah. Nope. Agreed.
So that one, I think you got to plan more than you do this.
Yes. I feel like we're going to hold on to it. Worst case, it'll end up in the other collection. I don't think we'll get rid of it outright.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Star Wars Outer Rim. And for now, it's going to stick around.
Okay. Back to Star Trek. Star Trek Expeditions.
Okay.
I think this was like the 2nd Star Trek game we ever bought.
I think so. This one is another cooperative. We did move this one over to the travel collection quite some time ago because,
We need space?
well, 1, we needed space. 2, we had played it a few times and it was starting to get samey.
Yeah.
So I felt like the other collection was the perfect place for it for people who play it once or twice, and that was it, and wanted to experience it. Okay, so here's your board. Up here you have a, it's almost like a hero clicks.
Yes, it's almost like Hero Clicks. All the player pieces are like Hero Clicks.
And I'll pull one out here in a minute. But you have the Enterprise and a Klingon ship up here kind of approaching each other and finally doing battle when they get close enough. Out here on the board, you have a random layout of cards that depict various things that happen in each sector of the planet. Throughout the game, you are having to...
Oh my.
Yeah, that's another problem with this box, is that they don't stay put. Okay, so the hero clicks, like here's the Enterprise. And then as the Enterprise takes damage, you're just moving this along. This also gives you your oh my gosh, your torpedo strength or your laser
Yeah.
strength. It gives you your shield strength, all of that.
Just like almost any
Yeah.
hero click, it clicks down all their powers
Yes.
and stuff.
But there's that. There's the Klingon bird of prey. The miniatures in this are gorgeous. Well, at least those two are. The rest of them are kind of poorly painted, but it is what it is.
Well, they had one expansion in this.
They
and all
did.
it really was is
The
miniatures.
expansion was literally these three. It was Sulu, Uhura, and Chekhov.
Yes.
That's all it was. And then the other, which I managed to fit in the box, but I had
And
to.
it had some cards. Well,
It did have some cards. Yes, it had their cards. Okay. The basis of this game, you are trying to complete 3 various missions. You've got all these cards laid out on the board, or at least a random set of them laid out on the board, and you're exploring on the planet to try to find these various things and to interact with them, to complete them. Each character has their strengths and weaknesses. So you're trying to beat a specific level. That's not the right one. In order to fulfill these and complete them and to get the points offered. Each one is going to have you increase on one of these 3 tracks. End of game, you basically see what your final score is and you get a rating for the group. I don't know that you ever really lose, if that makes sense.
Yeah. You just find out
Yeah.
how well you did.
Yep. Overall, you have specific things you need to accomplish. So there are going to be so many of these politics cards out, and so many of the energy cards out, and so many of the rebel cards out. And as you come across these, you're referring over to this deck, where this is the only variability in the game, is that when you pull an energy card, you're now pulling energy 1. And you have to complete this mission before you can move on to energy 2. If a second energy card is pulled, you got to wait and see what happens with this one first before you can actually activate it. Because then, depending on what happens there, you could pull either of these 2. So it could be either one. Depending on what happens here, will depend on which one of these 4 you get to complete the energy mission. And all 3 of them are that way. Politics and the rebels are all that way. I mean, I thought it was very interesting. The first couple times we played it, I really, really enjoyed it.
Yep.
The last couple times we played it was like, okay. It wasn't anything fantastic, but we'd already played it a few times. So we kind of knew what to expect on them.
I think there is a way to lose.
Is there?
Well, yeah, if you don't go up the charts at all, because
Well, yeah.
the planet declares war on the Federation. This is
That's not good.
yeah, and the Civil War leaves the planet in ruins, and the planet becomes uninhabitable.
Oh, no.
But if you get up to a 3, it's the planet joins the Klingon Empire.
Oh,
A global war erupts with many casualties,
okay, you
and
could probably lose this
much
one,
of the
yeah.
ecosystem is destroyed with large numbers of population dead. Yeah, it gets better as it climbs, so you want to do something.
You want it to climb as high as possible, yes.
But you want all 3 of them to climb, because you could be up here and says the rebels come to accord with the government and civil war is averted. But if you're like down at 11 or 7, let's say that you're down at 7, the planet aligns with the Klingons.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may be good with the rebel part, but the politics and the ecology
Yeah.
sucks.
I think it is a good game. I think it is an interesting game.
It's all right.
It is not my favorite of the Star Wars or Star Trek games, or of the cooperative games.
Well, currently the next one isn't either.
No, it's not. Anyway, Star Trek Expeditions, a cooperative game by Reiner Knizia. Interesting game. Like I said, it does sit in the travel collection. For now, we're going to hold on to it, and we'll just see what happens.
And the final one is the one that you had a really bad problem with the last time we played. With a box on upside down.
Okay, Star Trek Ascendancy. Now, just for clarity, we did back the new Kickstarter, so we are expecting the big boxes to come in sometime next year. We do have currently
We have
everything for this.
Yeah, because we have the Dominion War.
We do.
And then the part of the game you extremely enjoyed the most.
Okay, so this is a 3+ player
Okay.
game. The board expansion allows you to play it 2-player because it turns it into a semi-cooperative with both players trying to defeat the board together.
Now with the new one though, you can play 2-player because any faction becomes an NPC
Yes.
because they'll have cards for them.
Yes,
to
yes,
do it.
and that might be easier to take on.
Yeah, the board.
I got assimilated on the 3rd turn. So it was, and that was 6 hours into the game. It took us 3 hours just to get going because of
We had so many questions. Well,
there were a
we
lot.
were. We had to copy the new rules.
Yes.
But not the complete new rules.
No.
And we was trying to integrate that with the older rules of this because we didn't have the new rules for
We
this
did not
yet.
have the new rules. And every video we watched on this literally said the rules are not complete. The rules are not good for this expansion. We had so many questions we could not find answers to. We finally just had to assume we knew what it was. It took forever. And then to be assimilated on the 3rd turn, I was done. We just quit.
She laughs now. She was not
I
laughing.
was not laughing then. Okay. This is what I'm most proud of for this game, though. This is my storage.
But now it's soon to go all
I
go
know,
away.
it's all going to go away, all my hard work. So I said we had everything, right? So let's see, where do I start? We have the Federation ships. Of course, they come with the game. So these are part of your base game.
And then
And
your
there's-
space.
Nope, that's the
stations.
Andorians. Hold on. That's not them
That's who
either.
you just played.
I know. Then you also have the Klingon Empire. Okay. And then you have, I think the green are the Romulans. Yep.
Yep.
You have the Romulan Empire. And then you have the Cardassians. And then you have the Andorians. And then you have the Vulcans. And this one was, this one's not labeled. I don't remember what they were.
That is the Breen.
The Breen. This is the Breen. And then you have the Ferengi. So we have all of the races. We have everything separated out nicely.
And then, of course, you have
Okay.
the Dominion over here.
Yes, the Dominions over there. I couldn't fit it in the box. I had to leave those alone for
And
now.
the Borg here. Your favorite
That's
people.
never going in the box.
It might go in the new box.
It might, yes, I'm sure it will. So the basis with this game, without too much trouble here, you are...
If we didn't explain it correctly.
Right? So each faction starts with their home world. And with the new rules, 2 worlds connected to it that make up your home world system. And those are all just drawn randomly from the deck. In the old rules, you started with your home system and that was it, your home planet. And then you, little by little, just started exploring. You started with actual resources. In the new rules, you don't. You start with the resources your home worlds, your home
Yes,
system
because you get 3 of them.
produces. So you're using space lanes, and I will show some pictures. I've got a lot of pictures of this. You're using space lanes to connect and to explore. Well, once you start hitting other characters or other players, now you're going to actually start to combat. There are trade agreements you can put into place, and if you have a trade agreement, you don't combat with them. You're allowed friendly passage, etc., unless you decide to break it. That's on you. You can always attack at any time. Nothing's binding in this, that's for sure. The goal of the game is to get your resources up, get your stuff built. You want to build more resource nodes onto the various planets so that you can get your research, you can get your production, and you can get your culture. If you get 5 culture, you have the option of turning those in for 1 Ascendancy token. The goal of the game for everybody but the Vulcan is to get 5 Ascendancy. The first person to do it wins the game.
Or there's other ways to win.
Or you could, what was the other way to win?
3 home worlds.
Oh, that's right. If
Take over
you
3
could take
home
over
worlds.
3 home worlds in addition to your own,
Yes.
I think it was, Yeah, I think that was it. Then you could win the game that way too. So there was a military way to win as well.
And that's the cool thing about the Vulcans.
The Vulcans don't get the
can
ascendancy.
s-
They
yeah,
have
I know,
something else
but
entirely.
The Vulcans could switch their home worlds.
Yes, the Vulcans just literally up and move.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's an interesting game. We've played this twice now. We played it with Jeff out in Virginia last year and really enjoyed it with the three of us. The only thing I didn't enjoy, and I'd forgotten about this till I was looking at the notes that I'd written down on BGG.
He picked on you?
No, actually, I'm the one who threw the first punch. Last year.
Instigator.
Yeah, I was the instigator last year. Because, I mean, somebody had to. You guys were being too nice.
I was doing what I was supposed to do.
No, the game came down to a card flip.
Yes,
It literally,
did.
you and I got ascendancy on the same turn. Mm-hmm. So we each had our 5 ascendancy.
But the new rules take that away now.
Yes, it does. That literally came down to a card flip as to who won the game. And
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that. So it was weird.
And I drew the number 1.
You did. You drew the number 1 card and I lost. So I'm looking forward to the official new rules where with a finished rule book and everything's done. Because there is a rule book out there. It's just not 100%
It's not
done
100%.
yet.
Well, the one on the Game Found page
Is
pretty much
done, yeah.
pretty close to being done.
So we've actually got a game day set next month. November.
November. This is
In
September.
November, yes. We have a game day set in about 2 months with Doug and Sarah and then Brandon, and we're still looking for a 6th. But where we're going to dig into a 6-player game
Maybe
of
these
this.
guys could be the 6th.
No. If they are, I'm starting on the farthest end of the table. Anyway, it is a good game. I do enjoy it. I'm looking forward to this 6-player game very much. Maybe I won't be the first ones to throw a punch. Maybe I'll play the Vulcans. That way I don't fight. I'll let you guys fight it out. Anyway, that is it for this episode. Thank you for joining us.
The S's are done.
The S's are done.
Now we have 2 backup videos
We
because the S's
do.
took so long.
We have so many games from Gen Con and from the retreat. Not just the retreat itself, but from the trip back and forth. We have so many backup games. We have to do it in 2 episodes.
Yep.
So before we can dig into the teas, we'll be hitting some backups.
So until then, we'll see you at the next one.